Hey yoga friends, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel if you are new around here, and welcome back if you are one of those lovely people who is here every week. This is going to be a wild thing flow. So someone commented on one of my videos saying that they love wild thing pose and would love a flow that featured a lot of it, and I love wild thing pose as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today, connecting to the actual pose and hopefully connecting to our inner wild thing, finding some fun, some playfulness, laughing at ourselves if we fall. If you do make it to the end of this video and you enjoyed it, then please give it a big thumbs up. You can let me know in the comments what you thought of it, and you can leave any video requests for poses that you enjoy as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And finally, you can check out my Patreon if you would like to support me a little bit further. Without any more chit chat from me, we will begin today in a child's pose. Bringing the knees wide, bringing the big toes to touch, sinking the hips down towards the heels, walking the hands towards the front of the mat, and having a little wiggle around here. Finding some movement, swaying those hips from side to side, maybe wiggling the chest and the shoulders, maybe rolling the forehead across the mat. Shifting your awareness into the sensations in the body, noticing where you're drawn to move and where you are drawn to stillness. Throughout our practice, always wanting to stay connected to the sensations in the body, only doing what feels good, only taking things as far as you need on this day in your body. Once you've had a little move around, come and find stillness in your child's pose. You could walk the hands closer towards you and stack one hand on top of the other, creating a little pillow for your head to rest on. Always wanting the weight of the head to be supported in our child's pose. Supporting the weight of the head lets our body relax. It lets us shift into that parasympathetic nervous system. In your child's pose, bring your awareness to your breathing. Through the practice, I will encourage you to breathe in and out through the nose if that feels comfortable. Notice where the breath is travelling in your body. Is it stuck up in the chest? Is it making its way further down into the belly? Can you maybe feel the back body rising slightly? Can you feel the belly filling up? Is the breath slow, smooth, deep, or is it short, shaky and shallow? No right or wrong answer, just bringing your awareness to the breath. And you might find that as you bring that awareness, the quality of the breath changes. Maybe it starts to become a bit smoother, softer, deeper. With the face close to the mat, you might be able to feel the breath landing on the earth and being reflected back towards you. You might be able to hear it more clearly than you usually can. Maybe it feels a little bit cooler as you breathe in and a little bit warmer as you breathe out. Just seeing which aspects of the breath your attention is drawn to right now. Throughout this practice and every yoga practice, we always want to use the breath as a guide. The purpose of yoga, the physical practice, one part of it is to help us create more space for us to breathe into. So if going to a certain place in your yoga practice means that your breath becomes constricted, then maybe that's a sign that you should back out of it and just ease out of things slightly. Just keeping that in mind throughout this practice. Finally, bring your awareness to your mind. Is the mind filled with thoughts? Is it feeling a bit frantic and busy and occupied? Maybe the mind is still, quiet and gentle. Again, there's no right or wrong, just bringing the awareness into your mind. Just checking in how you're feeling at the start of the practice. Finally, set an intention for your practice. Like I've said, we're going to be playing around with Wild Thing and hopefully connecting to our inner Wild Thing. So you might set the intention to let go of frustration, to have fun, to laugh at yourself if you fall out of things, to bring playfulness, to connect to your inner child. So just take a moment to set that intention, tuck it away in the back of your mind. As you are ready, if the arms are not already extended long, then let's all do so now. Ground down through all 10 fingers, ground down through the heels of the hands, start to round the spine, shifting the weight forwards over towards the wrists, drop the thighs, drop the hips down, landing in an upward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here, pull the shoulders back, pull the heart up and forwards, and breathe out, wave the body back into your child's pose. Inhale here, exhale. Use your next breath in to round yourself forward into your upward facing dog, and this time take it straight back to child's pose on your next breath out, making it fluid, breathing in, waving the body forwards, upward facing dog, breathing out, snaking that spine back, rounding back into child's pose. 3 more like this. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, child's pose. Can you make it so seamless that you can barely tell where one movement ends and the other one begins? Last time, coming into upward facing dog, hold here. You can walk the hands further forwards if this feels like too much pressure to hold on the lower back. Use your next breath in, find even more length, and your next breath out, look over the right shoulder, back towards the right foot, stretching the left side of the neck. Inhale, come back through centre. Exhale, take it over to the other side. 1 more each side. Inhale through centre. Exhale, over to the right. Last time, inhale through centre, press the floor away, exhale over to the left hand side. Stay here if this still feels okay on your lower back. Come up onto the right fingertips, place that palm back down. Come up onto the left fingertips, place that palm back down. Really press the floor away with the left hand, come onto the right fingertips, and then maybe tap the right hand to the left shoulder. Place the hand back down, come up onto the left fingertips, tap that hand to the right shoulder, maybe place that hand back down, and then wave yourself back. Child's pose. Have another little wiggle, have a breathe. Once again, ground through the hands. This time, round yourself up into a tabletop position, shoulders over elbows, over wrists, hips over knees. Wiggle those hips from side to side. Maybe wiggle them round in circles. Maybe the spine starts to get involved. Maybe you move through a traditional cat-cow. Maybe your movement looks nothing like a cat-cow. Maybe you make big movement, maybe you make small movements. Maybe you bring the weight forward and backward into the wrists. Just seeing what your body needs this morning, or this afternoon, this evening, whatever time of day it is where you are. Early in the morning for me. As you are ready, come back to your neutral tabletop position. On your next breath in, extend the left leg out behind you, the right arm towards the front of the room, finding one long line of energy all the way from the right fingertips to the left toes. Take 10 little pulses with that left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, elbow in towards the belly button. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round everything in. 3 more times. Inhale to extend. Exhale, squeeze it all in. 2 more, extending and rounding. Deep breath in, get long. Deep breath out, squeeze everything in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend. Bend that left knee, draw the heel in towards the glute. Reach the right hand around for the big toe side of that left foot. Start to kick that foot up towards the sky. Opening through the heart, the chest, the shoulders. Lift the gaze straight ahead of you. Micro bend that left elbow if you're locking it out. Kick, 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 kick. Another full cycle of breath here in your swan pose. Inhale, extend back to your extended, I actually don't know what this is called. Place the right hand down, kick the right leg out towards the right hand side, reach the left hand towards the front of the mat, left toes pointing out to the left hand side for a side plank position with the right toes kicking out to the right with that knee supporting us on the earth. Inhale here, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend for 4, exhale, tap. Extend for 3, squeeze everything in. Deep breath in for 2, tap. And last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze everything in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend everything back out and then step the left toes out behind you, off the right hand side of the mat for a half wild thing. Right knee is still on the ground. Press the floor away with that right hand. Bring the left hand into a fist. Start to take some circles with the wrist, going in one direction and the other direction. Inhale, press the floor away, lift the chest even higher. Exhale, drop the hips down, gaze towards the back of the mat. Inhale, lift the hips, press the floor away. Exhale, lower them down. 3 more times. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last time. Inhaling. Exhaling, sit yourself down, facing the back of the mat. Bring that left leg onto the earth. Sole of the right foot comes to the left inner thigh. Left foot is flexed. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Lengthen through both sides of the waist. Exhale, fold down over that left leg. Janu Sirsasana. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Keep that left foot nice and active, flexing the toes back towards the face. Use your next breath in to draw yourself back upright. Plant the sole of the right foot on the earth next to the left thigh. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. Lift the left leg to hover off the mat, and then maybe, without using the hands, you can bring them down onto the earth if you would like. Lift the hips, coming into a pistol squat. Really grounding down through that right foot, really flexing the left toes back towards you. Holding here, squeezing everything in, and then take a big step forward onto that left foot. Bring the fingertips to the earth, straighten both legs for a pyramid pose. A shorter stance than our usual pyramid pose. All 10 toes pointing towards the front of the mat. Heels grounding down into the earth. Notice if one hip is creeping forward or backward. Can you try and keep them nice and aligned? Start to walk the hands over to the right, bringing the outside edges of the feet parallel to the outside edges of the mat. Toes can point in slightly for a wide-legged forward fold. Have a little wiggle around, moving the hips from side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Start to walk the hands back towards the front of the mat. Point the right toes forward. Lift the left heel off the mat. Drop the back knee down. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Windmill the arms behind you. Half splits. Inhale, bend the knee. Sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, windmill the arms behind. Straighten that leg. 3 more times. Inhaling, low lunge. Exhaling, half splits. 2 more times. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Last time, inhaling, exhaling, half splits. Now hold your half splits. Start to lift the hands off the mat. Stack the head over the heart, over the hips. Start to reach the left hand back towards the left heel. Reach the right arm up and over towards the back of the mat. Another full cycle of breath here. Now start to re-bend that right knee and windmill the right hand onto the mat in line with the right foot. Inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand down, framing that foot with both hands, ground down through the left knee, kick the right leg all the way up to the sky, open the heart for a 3-legged table. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows, tap the chest towards the earth, press the floor away, round the knee in towards the nose. As you inhale, kick that leg up, bend the elbows, dip the chest down. As you exhale, straighten the arms, round everything in. 3 more times, inhaling, exhaling. 2 more, deep breath in, deep breath out. Last time, fill those lungs and empty those lungs, squeeze everything in, and then drop that knee back down into your tabletop. Have a little wiggle, reset, maybe work through 1 round of cat-cow. Bring yourself back through centre. Use your next breath in to extend the left arm forward and the right arm back. Find that parallel line. 1 long line of energy, nice flat back. Take 10 pulses with that right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, get even longer. Exhale, round everything in. 4 more, deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. 2 more times, fill those lungs. And empty those lungs. Last one, inhale, exhale, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to extend, bend the right heel in towards the right glute, grab hold of the big toe edge of that foot, start to kick the leg up towards the sky, lift the chest, lift the gaze, swan pose. Notice if you're locking that right elbow, can you find a little baby micro bend? Inhale, extend everything back out, bring the right hand down, kick the left toes out to the left hand side, sweep the right hand towards the front of the mat, flex the right toes back towards the face. Inhale here, exhale round, tap elbow to knee, inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in for 2. Deep breath out. Last time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to extend and then step the right toes over the left hand side of the mat. Bring the right hand into a fist. Take some circles in one direction and then switch directions. Inhale, press the chest even higher up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the hips down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Deep breath in for 2. Deep breath out. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, sit the hips down, bring the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh, shimmy yourself back onto your mat if you were starting to slide over to one side. Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, get really, really, really tall. Exhale, reach forwards, 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 and then fold down over that leg. 2 deep breaths here, really pressing the back of that right leg down into the earth. Draw a deep breath in as you draw yourself back upright, plant the sole of the left foot down on the earth, lift the right foot to hover, and then maybe, without using the hands, lift the hips to hover, coming into a pistol squat. Holding here for a few extra moments. Fingers reaching long like you're reaching for your favourite thing. I don't know what your favourite thing is, but reaching forward, 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 forward. And then take a big step onto that right foot, fingertips onto the earth, straighten both legs, pyramid pose. Draw the left hip forward, draw the right hip back. Breathe into the back of that right leg. Now start to walk the hands over to the left, coming into a wide-legged forward fold on the other side. Once again, have a little wiggle, move the hips, move the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, start to walk the hands round. Left toes point forward, right heel lifts, drop the back knee down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, windmill them around, half splits. 4 more. Deep breath in, low lunge. Deep breath out, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, half splits. 2 more times, fill those lungs. Empty those lungs. Last one, inhale. Exhale, half splits and hold. Start to bring the right hand back towards the right heel. Sweep the left arm up and over. Press that hand into that heel. Lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale. As you breathe in, start to bend back into that left foot. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Kick that left foot straight out behind you. 3-legged table. Bend into the elbows. Tap the chest towards the earth. As you breathe out, press the floor away. Round everything in. 4 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more times. Fill those lungs. Empty those lungs. Squeeze everything in. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then deliver that knee back to the earth. Tabletop. Inhale. Cat pose. Exhale. Cow pose. Totally just mixed them up. That was cow and then cat, but I'm sure you'll forgive me. Start to drop the knees out wide, toes come together, drop back into your child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Extend the arms out long if they're not already. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in, coming forwards. Deep breath out, snaking your way backwards. Inhale. Exhale. This time as you come forward into your upward facing dog, you might bend the knees and drop the heels drop the heels towards the back body, drop the back of the head backward, pull the shoulders back. Maybe you tap the toes onto the shoulders or onto the back of the head. Maybe they don't come anywhere near, that's absolutely okay. Release the feet back down to the earth, upward facing dog, come up onto the right fingertips, tap the right shoulder, bring the hand back down. Come up onto the left fingertips, tap the right shoulder, bring them back down. One more each side, right hand taps left, back down, left hand taps right, back down. Tuck under the toes if they're not already, lift the legs to hover off the mat, and then wave the body back, downward facing dog. Spreading through the fingers, pedaling through the feet, wiggling through the hips and the shoulders. Whatever movement is calling to you in your downward facing dog today. Maybe you find movement, or maybe you find stillness. Whatever you need, whatever is going to make you feel good. Use your next breath in to sweep the right leg all the way up to the sky. Come up onto the left fingertips and then sweep the left hand towards the front of the mat. The rest of the body is still in our downward facing dog position. Just got the right leg lifted and the left hand lifted. Inhale here, exhale, squeeze everything in, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more times, inhale, exhale. You might fall. 2 more, inhale, exhale, super wobbly, inhale, exhale, squeeze everything in. Keep the left hand lifted as you start to draw the right knee in towards the right elbow, shifting the weight over the wrists. Come onto the inside edge of the left foot, kick the right leg straight out to the left hand side for a floating fallen triangle. Bring the left hand down, sweep the right leg all the way behind, coming into Wild Thing, but don't put that foot down. Keep the right foot hovering. Bring the right hand down, lift the left hand, kick through to a floating fallen triangle. Left hand down, right hand up, floating Wild Thing. 1 more time, right hand down, left hand up, floating fallen triangle. Left hand down, right hand up, floating Wild Thing. Come back through to your fallen triangle. This time, set the outside edge of the right foot down on the earth. Press the hips up to the sky as you breathe in. Lower them to hover as you breathe out. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 3 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Fill the lungs. Press the chest as high as you can. Exhale. Lower the hips down. This time, inhale, lift the hips, plant the left hand, kick the right leg all the way up and over into Wild Thing, lift the right hand off the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend that right knee deeply, drop the left hip down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Fill those lungs. Empty those lungs. 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last time. Inhaling. Exhaling. This time, sit the hips down. Plant the sole of the right foot next to the left inner thigh. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up. Exhale, twist towards that right knee. Give it a little hug. As you breathe in, find even more length. As you breathe out, take that twist a little bit deeper. On your next breath in, sweep both arms all the way up to the sky. On your next breath out, twist to the left-hand side, bringing the right hand to the outside edge of that left foot. Left fingertips out behind. Inhale. Exhale. Little challenge here is to lift the left leg to hover off the mat, and then maybe with the left fingertips on the mat for support, lift the hips off the mat for a little twisty pistol squat. Maybe you lift the left hand to hover. and then place everything back down. Keep that right shoulder nestled in that right knee. Wrap the right arm around the outside of the right leg. Bring the left hand to meet the right, coming into a bind around that right leg. Using the bind around that leg, lift the foot off the mat and then place it further towards the outside edge of the mat with the toes pointing out at an angle. And now take a big step with the left foot, plant that just like the right foot on the outside edge of the left of the mat. Does that make any sense? Left foot planting on the outside left side. Where else would it be? Both toes pointing out at an angle. Lift the hips off the mat so you're in a bound malasana. I definitely made that more complicated than it needed to be. So we're facing the back of the mat. We've got a bind around that right leg, opening the chest towards the left hand side. Now get really heavy through that left foot. Keep the bind around the right leg. Start to lift that right foot to hover off the mat. Come all the way up to standing on the left leg with a bind around the right knee. Get a nice, long, tall spine. Really squeeze that knee up and in towards the body. Now keep that knee drawing in, but switch the bind so it's underneath the right thigh. Once again, grab hold of opposite fingertips and then maybe start to straighten that leg out towards the right hand side, coming into our bird of paradise. Pointing through the right toes, lifting that leg high, 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 up towards the sky. Now can you keep that leg just as lifted and release the bind, sweep the arms up to the sky? Can you point those toes straight out in front of you? And then take a big step back with the right leg, landing in an extended pyramid pose. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down over that left leg. Maybe bringing the hands to frame that left foot. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Deep breath out, softening down. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Bring the hands onto the hips, come all the way back to an upright spine. Keep the left leg straight, come onto the right tiptoes, start to bend into that right knee and reach the right hand towards that right heel. Lean the spine up and back. Big, big challenge here. Might not look very pretty, might not feel very pretty. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, start to walk the hands over to the right hand side, coming into your wide-legged forward fold, facing what is now the right hand side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands back to the front, frame the right foot, pick up the left heel. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up overhead, high crescent lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back to a three-legged plank pose. Exhale, lower halfway. Press the floor away, round the spine, draw the knee in towards the nose. Another full cycle of breath here. On your next breath in, kick the leg out, bend the elbows. And your next breath out, press the floor away, round everything in. I definitely can't do 5 of those, so let's do one more. Bend and then squeeze. Step that foot straight back into your plank pose. Work through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yesterday was a strength workout day for me, so I'm definitely feeling it in my arms today. Let's walk the hands back towards the feet, landing in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Have a little wiggle through the chest and the shoulders, a bend through the legs. Have a little breather. If the breath is running away from you, now is your time to go and catch up with it and bring it back. Plant the left hand beneath the face, bend the left knee, inhale, sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the right hand down, bend the right knee. Inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, come back through centre. One more each side. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, bring it down. One more time, left side. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Walk the hands all the way back into your high plank pose. Come up onto the right fingertips. Tap the left shoulder. Bring it back down. Onto the left fingertips. Tap the right shoulder. Bring it back down. Right fingertips. Tap the shoulder. Back down. Left fingertips. Tap the shoulder. Back down. Work your way through a vinyasa. Deep breath in, upward facing dog. Deep breath out, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the left toes all the way up to the sky. Come up onto the right fingertips. Reach the right hand towards the front of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, round everything in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. 3 more times. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. Keep the right hand lifted. Tap the left knee onto the left elbow. Come onto the inside edge of the right foot. Kick the left leg straight out to the side. Floating fallen triangle. Bring the right hand down, kick the left foot all the way to the right hand side, wild thing, but keep that foot hovering. Whoop. Bring the left hand down, kick through, floating fallen triangle. Right hand down, left hand up, floating wild thing. Left hand down, right hand up, floating fallen triangle. One more, floating wild thing. Maybe that toe does tap down, that's okay. Left hand down. Kick the left leg through and then drop the outside edge of the left foot down. Kick the chest up towards the sky as you breathe in. Drop the hips to hover as you breathe out. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 3 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more. Fill the lungs. Empty the lungs. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift everything up, bring the right hand down, bring the left hand up, flip yourself over into wild thing, dropping the left toes behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the left knee, dip the hips down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Sit yourself down, facing the back of the mat. Plant the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist towards the left knee. Give it a little hug. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, twist towards the right, bringing the left hand to the outside edge of that right foot. Right fingertips out behind you. Maybe stay here, maybe ground down through the fingertips of the right hand and then lift yourself to hover off the mat for a funky twisty pistol. Maybe you lift the right hand to hover for a second and then soften yourself back down. Tuck that left shoulder to the inside of the left leg, wrap the arm around, bring the right hand to meet the left, binding around that leg. And then using the bind, lift that foot off the mat, deliver it to the outside edge of the mat, toes pointing out at an angle. Plant the right foot on the outside edge of the mat, toes pointing out at an angle. Lift the hips into your bound malasana on the other side. Using the bind to draw that left shoulder, draw that right shoulder even further open. Now keeping the bind, ground down through the right foot, start to lift the left toes to hover off the mat, Bring yourself up to standing, squeezing that left knee up and in towards the armpit. Nice long line from the crown of the head all the way to that right heel. Now switch the bind so that you're grasping underneath that left leg, underneath the thigh, and then start to extend that leg straight out to the left hand side, bird of paradise. Can you keep that leg lifted as you reach the arms up to the sky? Can you kick the leg straight out in front of you? Whoop, falling. Can you take a big step back with that left leg? Straighten both legs, hands to the hips, hinge forward, pyramid pose. Fold down over that right leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring the hands onto the hips, start to stack the head over the heart, over the hips. Right leg straightens, bending into that left knee, bringing the left hand to the back of the left heel, sweeping the right arm up and over. Big, big challenge. Whoop, and then swing yourself back upright. Frame that foot, start to spin yourself into a side lunge, walking the hands over to the left. Heels point out, toes point in. Have a little wiggle. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, walk the hands back to the front of the mat. Point the left toes forward. Lift the right heel off the mat. Inhale, sweep both arms up. High crescent lunge. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it back to your three-legged plank pose. Bend the elbows, lower the chest halfway, and then straighten the elbows, draw the left knee in towards the nose. 2 more times. Inhaling to your three-legged chaturanga. Exhaling, knee to nose. Step it back to plank, onto right fingertips, tap the left shoulder, back down. Left fingertips, tap the shoulder, back down. Right fingertips, tap the left, back down. Left fingertips, tap the right, back down. Work your way through a vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, wave the body forward into your high plank, lift the right toes to hover, and then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop that back knee down for lizard. Have a little wiggle here from side to side. Keep the chest lifted or come down onto the forearms. Maybe even come all the way down onto the chest. Rolling onto the outside edge of the left hip, dropping the left side of the body down, maybe bringing the left side of the head onto the earth. Whatever feels good in your body on this day. You can come into one shape, you can change your mind, you can try out a different one. You can find movement, you can find stillness. Maybe add in the quad stretch, bending that left knee in, grabbing hold of the left foot with the right hand, getting a nice spinal twist as we stretch through the front of that left leg. Release the grip on the foot, bring both hands to the inside of that right foot, start to spin yourself round into a side lunge, bending into the right leg, left toes pointing all the way up to the sky. Use that right arm to really lever open that right knee. And then sit your bum down, grab hold of the right ankle with the left hand, sweep the right arm up and over towards the left foot, coming into a side stretch. You might not reach that left foot, that's absolutely fine, just yearning the hand in that direction. Unwind, come back upright, frame that front foot, step it back to plank, lift the left toes to hover, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, drop the right knee down. Spend a few moments wiggling around in your lizard, taking it wherever you want to go, maybe coming down, maybe staying upright, finding movement, finding stillness. That was my foot squeaking along my new, very grippy yoga mat. If you've heard it squeaking throughout this practice, then I do apologise. Option to come into that quad stretch if you would like, reaching left hand around for the right foot, drawing it in towards the body, knowing that this side might feel different from the other side, so just taking it to the edge of the stretch on this side. Release the grip on the foot, bring both hands to the inside of the left leg, spin yourself into Skandasana on the other side. Left elbow to the inside of the left thigh, right toes up to the sky, nice little rhyme there. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears, lift the chest. And then sit the bum down, right hand onto left ankle, left arm sweeps up and over, in the direction of the right foot. Using that grip on the opposite ankle and opposite foot to pull yourself deeper into the twist, to lift that chest up towards the sky. If there was a light attached to your chest, it would be illuminating the side wall rather than illuminating the ground. Unwind yourself, spin back into a low lunge, framing that front foot, stepping it back to plank. Opportunity for one last vinyasa if you would like it. Deep breath into up dog, deep breath out, downward facing dog. Once again, walk the hands towards the feet. Have a little moment in a fold at the back of the mat. Any variation of forward fold that you enjoy, you are welcome to take now. Maybe with the grip around the big toes, maybe the hands under the feet, maybe a ragdoll, anything that you would like. Walk the hands ever so slightly forward, drop the knees down, come to sit yourself down on your heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, coming into a twist. Right fingertips can be on the earth, or you can hook that right hand around for the outside edge of the left hip. Use every inhale to find even more length, and every exhale to find even more depth. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the other side. Taking whatever variation you would like. Unwind. Give the arms and the fingers a little shake, wiggling out through the wrists, shaking the arms, maybe flicking the arms, letting go of any tension, any frustration, any negative feelings that came up in that practice. Just imagine flicking themselves away from you, throwing them away into the distance. You don't need them. Now sit the bum over to one side, swing the legs straight out in front of you, plant the soles of the feet on the earth, shimmy the bum down towards the heels, reach the arms straight out in front of you, slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest when you get there, give everything a nice big squeeze. Can you fill the belly up with so much air that it presses the thighs away from you? Can you feel that resistance? Release the grip on the hands, plant the soles of the feet on the earth, knees point up to the sky. Inhale, lift the hips, press the floor away, bridge pose. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now go back up for one more round of bridge, or we've opened up through the heart a lot in this practice, so should be nice and warmed up for wheel pose if you would like to take that now. Bringing the palms of the hands onto the earth, fingertips pointing towards the bottom edge, actually the top edge of the mat. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, press the heart up towards the sky. Maybe straighten the legs, maybe bend the legs. Maybe lift one heel, one leg up to the sky, and then the other. As you are ready, lower yourself back down, bring the feet to the outside edges of the mat, let the knees fall in towards one another. Keep the feet wide, drop both knees over towards the right hand side. Come back through centre, drop both knees over to the left hand side. Back through centre, keep the lower back grounded into the earth as you draw the knees in towards the chest. And then release, lowering into Shavasana. Whatever shape you would like to make, it could be legs extended long, arms by your sides. You could come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. You could come into a constructive rest pose with the knees falling in and the knees on the edges of the mat. Option to let the arms rest by your sides or to bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. If the hands are on the body, using that contact to help you connect to the body, to connect to the breath, to connect to the heartbeat. Bringing the attention to the breath, noticing if the breath has changed since the start of the practice. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. No right or wrong, just noticing. Letting the breath flow however it wants to flow, letting it go wherever it wants to go. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. You might notice that it gets a little bit faster with each breath in, and it gets a little bit slower with each breath out. As we breathe in, there's a slight activation of the sympathetic nervous system, the activation, and as we breathe out, There's an activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, that relaxation. Bring the awareness to the mind like we did at the start, noticing if the state of your mind has changed since the start of the class. Again, it might not have, it might have. No right or wrong, just noticing. Finally, bring the awareness to the body, any sensations, any bits of tension you're still clinging on to, maybe in the face and the jaw, the forehead, the space between the eyebrows, the neck, the shoulders, even the ears, the belly. Can you let it be soft? The pelvic floor, can you relax? The fingers and toes, can you soften? Any areas for you that you're clinging on to tension, send the breath into those spaces. Let the breath soak up that tension and then send it out from the body with the exhale. Settling in for a few moments in stillness and silence, using the breath, using the body, maybe using the heartbeat as anchor points to keep you grounded into the present moment. If thoughts come up, let them come, let them be, and then let them go. Staying in Shavasana for longer is very much encouraged by me. Reach over, pop me on pause. If you are ready to move on, then start to bring some gentle movement back to the body. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes, maybe circle the ankles and the wrists, maybe work towards a big stretch all the way up overhead. Maybe take a deep breath in and then slowly, gently make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Keep the eyes closed for these last few moments if that feels comfortable. Just take a little moment to rest in gratitude here, feeling grateful for your body for moving you through this practice, grateful to the heart for moving blood around your body, the lungs for taking in air and sending it to the spaces it is needed, the muscles, the neurons, every single cell in your body working in unison to achieve amazing things. Even if you fell out of a pose, even if you didn't make the shape that you wanted to make, just think what a marvel it is that we can move our bodies and do all these fun, amazing things. Be grateful for the space that you have to practice in. Be grateful for the yoga mat if you have one. Be grateful for the time that you had to do this practice, for the device that you were able to watch this practice on. for all of the teachers that came before me and that passed on the knowledge so that we could be here today practicing yoga. Today, as you go forward, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope that you speak peaceful words, and I hope that you feel peace in your heart. Thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me. Like I said at the start, if you enjoyed this class, I would be very grateful if you could like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon, check out my Instagram, anything you feel like doing, and hopefully I'll be back with you again next week. Bye bye.